a judge has slammed the police for overcharging a man who took 2 human toes from an exhibition in Auckland. You might remember there's the Body Worlds exhibition and actually featured parts of real human bodies. It was quite controversial itself, and it got opinions from both sides there about whether it was ethical or not. Joshua Williams appeared for sentencing in the Wellington District Court on one charge of stealing 2 toes and another of interfering with a human body. However, asking those present to excuse the pun, Judge Bill Hastings said the 28-year-old had been totally overcharged. Anne-Marie May was in court.
In May, Joshua Williams attended the Body World exhibition in Auckland. It consisted of human corpses which had been plastinated and set into various poses. Mr. Williams went to a display of an acrobatic couple with the woman being lifted, which was not shielded by any glass or other barrier. He said he reached out to touch the female body's toes, they flicked back and he pocketed the index and middle toes and left. Mr. Williams later posted a picture to Instagram with a caption saying he had attended the exhibition and stole a toe from an uncovered display, lol. His lawyer, Amelia Jeffers, told the court while her client faced serious charges, she wished to distinguish his offending from other more offensive cases.
The bodies were donated voluntarily and in full knowledge of the kind of procedure that was going to occur. They were handled extensively, and whilst this doesn't excuse Mr. Williams' actions at all, it might minimise the type of offence that was inherent in his actions.
Ms. Jeffers said her client was remorseful and would happily complete community work. However, in the end that was not necessary, as Judge Bill Hastings said in a previous case, the Supreme Court had ruled a dead body did not constitute property, which meant the toes taken by Mr. Williams could not legally be deemed to be stolen. He also said if the plastination process had left little that was human in the items displayed, then Mr. Williams had not really improperly interfered with a dead body.
It could certainly be argued that the improper interference with a dead body took place well before they arrived in New Zealand, when they were turned into plastic objects and put on display for a paying audience. What you did pales in comparison.
The judge asked the police prosecutor, Sergeant Mike Stonier, to decide which charge he wanted to proceed with, and he elected to go with interfering with a dead body, meaning the theft charge was dismissed. Judge Hastings said he was concerned about how a conviction for interfering with a dead human body would look on Mr. Williams' record.
It conjures up an image of a cloth-hatted grave robber with a shovel digging up graves in a cemetery at night. What you actually did was pluck 2 toes from a plastinated body, already posed and intended to be the object of visitors' attention.
The judge said the stigma a conviction for interfering with a dead human body would attract would be out of all proportion to the gravity of what Joshua Williams had actually done. He discharged him without conviction, telling the police Mr. Williams should have actually been charged with intentional damage. The toes have been returned to the police and refastened to the exhibition body. In Wellington for Checkpoint, Anne-Marie May.